Welcome to your asana practice. You will need a sturdy chair. It will be a take a seat practice. Couple of things. Everything we do, breathing, pranayama, Sanskrit word, which means unobstructed breath, and asana translates to a seat of consciousness. Everything we do should be done with your internal awareness of what feels doable, comfortable, and steady for you. Let that be your guide. Everything should feel steady and comfortable. The remarkable thing is that even if you do not move fully, if you visualize it, it has neurological benefits. And so keep that in mind and never strive, but simply move within the range of motion that feels comfortable and steady for you. So let's take a seat. And I'd like your seat to be one in which your feet are touching the ground. And if your legs are such that you need to lift the earth a bit with a blanket or a couple of blocks to put your feet on, feel free. But it's important to feel the connection to the ground surface beneath you. Then let your hands gently rest in your lap and take a soft focus, meaning without looking in a way that we often do, which is with a laser focus, active brain. See what it would be like to take a moment to find your soft, slightly unfocused gaze, which means the brain is not seeking threats, not on guard, but you're giving yourself time to arrive in this safe place. So with that in mind, the word for that steady gaze on something unmoving but slightly unfocused is called drishti. So we'd like to, when we practice yoga, to have a drishti where possible, just looking not in a active searching way. Then the breath. The breath is at the heart of the practice, and it's important to let the breath breathe itself, meaning let the breath find its cadence. In yoga, unless it's too uncomfortable to do this, we breathe in and out through the nose. If breathing out through the nose is uncomfortable, then you're certainly welcome, and I encourage you to purse your lips and breathe out through the mouth. But this particular approach to breathing has a soothing effect on our nervous system. So we're going to begin with a breathing meditation. So I'd like you to find that comfortable, steady seat. Either close your eyes or have a soft focus with your eyes. And bring that full, friendly attention to your breath. Feeling the breath rise and fall. And notice how the breath moves in your body. Sensing the breath in the nostrils, the throat, the chest, the belly. Sometimes our breath is smooth. Sometimes our breath is choppy. Sometimes our breath is hurried. Other times it's slow. Sometimes we really feel the breath a little stuck in our chest. Other times it feels more spacious in our belly. So however you find the breath, simply observe it without trying to change it, with the confidence that observing your breath indeed does influence the tempo, the depth, the texture. And if your mind begins to wander, as it inevitably will, with the gentleness with which you would take the hand of a child, simply bring yourself back to that easy, gentle breath. The breath that gives you life, the breath that informs your well-being, the breath that signals so much about you in your body. So with each inhalation, feel yourself gathering your attention. And with each exhalation, drop into that experience of being in your body, letting the breath be a call to embodiment. Slowly open your eyes, bring your arms to your side with your palms up, remembering the importance of staying within the range of motion that feels right for you today. So as we breathe in, sweep the arms up, palms together, hands to the heart. And again, inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, hands to the heart. Last one, breathing in, gathering all that goodness, and bringing it into your heart. Interlace the fingers at the heart, press the palms away, look down, feel the sort of shoulder blades pulling apart, softening into the back body, then lifting up, relaxing the shoulders, letting that reach up, accommodate those shoulders, and bring your arms back to goalpost. So let's reach forward with the hands, tuck the chin, interlace the fingers, bring the hands to the heart. Press the palms away, look down, lifting up, and back to goalpost. So we'll do that a few times, just feeling your body in space, linking the movement with your breath, letting go of any idea that there's a right or a wrong way to move in your body, and just softening into the tissues of the body, feeling your breath. 2 more times. Just moving with your breath. Let the breath pattern take a shape that fits you and your body. Often when we expand, it feels right to inhale, and when we sort of grow a little smaller, it feels great to exhale, but no hard, fast rules. Last one. Palms together, hands floating down to your thighs. Cow and cat. So we're going to draw the hands towards the hips, arch, lift, and exhale as we send the hands towards the knees. Breathing in as you slide the hands up towards the hips and breathing out as you slide the hands towards the knees, all the while giving your spine that wave-like movement, that articulating of the vertebra, hydrating of the tissues, simple but potent movement. This is one of the planes of movement that our spine really benefits from. That arching and softly rounding, always soft in our rounding action. One more. And then back to sitting erect but not rigid, rib cage over hips, shoulders over hips. And just sort of get a sense of yourself and what's required to sit tall. Then let's move into a side bend where you're feeling the rib cage lift away from the hips. That lateral movement that your spine also really, really enjoys. So front and back, side to side. We'll do one more to each side. And then hands back on your lap. We're going to slide to one side, rotate the spine, look to your side, and then the other side. So back and forth. Soft, gentle breath accompanying this soft, gentle movement. One more to each side. Then back to center. Let's lift one foot and circle, get some nice juicy movement into the ankle. And if holding your hands below your knees feels a little effortful, you can bring your hands below your thighs, behind your thighs. You could even extend your leg a little bit. Balance depends on strength and mobility in the muscles supporting the ankle. So it's really good to give our ankle joint a little TLC. And now we're going to move the knee, and really our focal point is our hip and giving our hips a nice, good hydration. And then bring that ankle to the opposite thigh. Now, if this feels uncomfortable, you could always bring that ankle to the opposite ankle with an sort of an emphasis on opening in the front of the hip, because this part gets a little cranky because we sit so much and we're more flexed than spacious in the front of our hip. But if you're comfortable keeping the ankle on the opposite thigh, then certainly join me here and pay attention. How does it feel in that outer hip? And when, if and when, always your choice, you hinge forward, lengthen through the spine, then looking down, so the back of the neck is long, pay attention. Where do you feel this in the body? In the hip, in the outer glutes or outer thigh muscles, the abductors, maybe the inner thigh muscles, the adductors, maybe the muscles right in the back rim of the spine. So just sort of take note our yoga practice is all about noticing, becoming familiar with your body, the movements, how they influence the tissues, that precious body of yours. So let's slowly unfold and bring that foot down, lifting the other, circling the ankle, spreading the toes, both directions. And then circling the knee, feeling it though the movement begin and end in the hip joint. Hugging the knee in, ankle to opposite thigh or opposite ankle if that feels more appropriate for you and your body today or perhaps every day. All good. Hinge from the hip, so we're not rounding in the spine, but lengthening through the spine. Our bones really benefit from, in the spine, lengthening rather than rounding into the vertebra in the cushioning cartilage between the vertebra. So that's sort of my go-to advice, is always think in terms of lengthening rather than rounding. So maybe this side feels more sensational. Maybe it feels stiffer. Maybe you've already noticed that your hips are stiffer on one side than the other, or your hips generally are stiff. Some of that can be changed. Some of it's just what you were born with. So simply allow your body to be and ease into this posture in a way that is supportive, helpful, with a gentle, supportive, helpful breath. Just visualizing the breath moving down into places that feel tight and tender. And then let's slowly bring ourselves back up. Bring that foot side by side with the other one. Let's circle the arms, lift up, hands to the heart. Turn to one side, back to center, the other side, back to center, adding on, circling the arms up, bringing the hands to the heart, lifting one knee and release, and the other knee and release, circling and reaching tall. We're going to do a forward fold, so arms wide, belly to thighs. Slowly find that forward fold and pay attention. Again, how does it feel? Where do you feel it? If it feels like it's a little too much with the hands towards the feet, bring the hands above the knees. And then find your breath, that easy, gentle breath. Then let's circle the arms, reach tall, bring the hands to the heart, turn to one side, back to center, turn to the other side, back to center, arms wide and tall, forward fold, belly to thighs. Now we're going to add a halfway lift. So bring the hands above the knees, long spine, look down, then slide the hands towards the ankles, circle and reach tall, and hands to the heart. We're going to take a side bend and a side bend, maybe a couple more. Last round. And then bring hands back to your lap, your thighs. Inhale your shoulders up to your shoulders. Inhale your shoulders up to your ears and let it go. Let's do that again. One more time. Let's come back into our seat for a final meditation on the breath. Close your eyes. How has your breath changed? Where does it feel more full of ease? Has the tempo changed? Has the depth changed? Has the texture changed? Let go of your breath pattern. And you're invited to stay as long as you'd like, observing your breath, noticing how it supports you. And if you're ready to end your practice, may you take this gentle breath, this invigorating and rejuvenating focus on how you breathe and move gently with awareness. May you bring it into your day to help you, support you, give you a good day. Thank you.